Right then, so obviously last night it was Canelo versus Jaime Munguia. Canelo got the win via unanimous decision there. Decent performance from Canelo overall, if we're being honest. Decent performance from the guy. But he's on the decline. I did my review on it yesterday. He's on the decline. He's not looking as good as usual. And yes, Canelo must fight Benavidez next. I've already said it. But and I'm going to talk about it more in a bit. But another thing I want to talk about is the delusion of so many Canelo fans out there. So many delusional Canelo fans out there who are just loads of them are casuals as well and just don't know what they're on about. You know, the next fight, you know, a lot of these people will probably watch is Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Simple as that. Like, so many people that support Canelo are so delusional with what they are saying. Honestly, unreal. The amount of people saying that Benavidez doesn't deserve to fight Canelo. The amount of Canelo fans that are saying it. People saying, who's Benavidez beaten? How's Benavidez deserve the shot? All things like that. First of all, Benavidez is the mandatory at Canelo's WBC title. He's the mandatory at the belt, so he deserves to get the shot. He's a mandatory, so he's earned his place into deserving a title shot against Canelo. Simple as that. He has. And, you know, for people who want to know who Benavidez is beaten and all that, he's beaten Caleb Plant and he's also beaten Demetrius Andrade, who Canelo also refused to take the fight with. So, yeah. Benavidez knocked him out as well. So, you know, Benavidez deserves a shot. He's earned his place, cemented his place in the mandatory position, 26 years of age, still young, a very worthy contender at Canelo, and I believe that Benavidez beats Canelo because Canelo's not as good as he was, and Benavidez will be too big for him, in my opinion. And, you know, I also feel like Canelo would be questioning his cardio a bit as well going into that fight, you know, compared to what Benavidez is as well. I feel like Benavidez will actually be able to outwork Canelo in the later rounds, and Canelo won't be used to that because, you know, Canelo's usually the guy who's able to build into the fight late. But, yeah, because Benavidez is just completely different to what Canelo's usually seen. So Canelo doesn't want the fight. But the fact that I see so many people saying that, well, Canelo fans, you know, lots of people, you know, are like me saying that Canelo should fight Benavidez next. But, you know, they're just the normal boxing fans who are saying, like me, who are saying Canelo should fight Benavidez next. It's plain and obvious. Like, he should. Plain and simple, must do it. But you just got the Canelo glazers who believe, it's just... Who believe that Benavidez doesn't deserve the shot. People who believe that Canelo should fight Edgar Berlanga next because he's one of the other mandatories. That's what people believe. People think he should fight Berlanga next. People think he should go on and fight Terence Crawford next. Like, yes, overall, Terence Crawford's a big money fight, but he's too small for Canelo. No point in that. It's like, and you know, people want to see Canelo fight Jamal Charlo. What is it with people wanting Canelo to fight people who's smaller than him? Fight people in your own weight class. That's what he should do. Fight people in your own weight class or try and give it another go back up at light heavyweight. That's what Canelo should do. Simple as that. So many people glazing Canelo saying that the Benavidez fight's not worth it, and that at this, people are like, at this stage in his career, he can just cherry pick all of his fights. But no, let's be real. Fighters shouldn't really be allowed to cherry pick. I mean, you know, we've seen it in the past. Yes, we have. But overall, they shouldn't be allowed to cherry pick. They should fight who they are ordered to fight, who their mandatories are. Not Jamal Charlo, not, you know, Terence Crawford, guys who are, you know, in lower weight divisions. And Edgar Berlanga, yes, he's a mandatory. But Benavidez has been mandatory for a way longer time than Edgar Berlanga has at Canelo. Benavidez must be next for Canelo. And let's be real, Benavidez should have been last night. That should have been the fight. Canelo versus Benavidez should have happened last night. But it didn't. And look, overall, the Munguia fight, I don't think was an overall waste of time. It wasn't. Munguia was always a worthy contender at it, but it was cherry-picked by Canelo. Like, Canelo and Munguia was always going to be a good fight, but it was cherry-picked. It was cherry-picked. 100% it was. Jamel Charlo, that was cherry-picked by Canelo. And, you know, That's the thing. That was never going to be a good fight. Never going to be a good fight. Again, you could say, Golovkin was kind of cherry-picked as well for the trilogy. Like, again, it's frustrating to see. It is frustrating to see, to be fair. And I just feel like from what we're seeing, Canelo's finding every way in the book to get away from this Benavidez fight. Benavidez and his team were trying to get this Canelo fight done for May. They were trying to make this fight happen on the date that should have been yesterday. That's what Benavidez's team was trying to do. But Canelo was trying to avoid it at every single stage possible. I honestly feel like Canelo, I see him possibly fighting his, I forgot who his IBF mandatory is, but he could fight his IBF mandatory next. It would not surprise me. I feel like Turkey and the Sheikh would have to put some big money towards it in order for Canelo and Benavidez to happen. As much as I would like to see this happen in Vegas, I feel like, it's going to have to be a Saudi main event in order for it to happen. That's the thing. Because Canelo, I feel like, will only take this Benavidez fight for the most money possible, because he knows this is a massive risk for his career. And if he loses it, then it's probably career over for him, to be fair. That is what I do think. But, this is the fight that must happen next. It makes all the sense in the world. Benavidez is mandatory. Him and his team have been trying to get the fight done. But, Canelo fans' excuse would be, though, of course, and I've seen it as well, Benavidez is the one ducking the fight because he's gone up to light heavyweight. The reason Benavidez has gone up to light heavyweight is because he didn't get the Canelo fight yesterday. That's why. He couldn't be asked with the nonsense of Canelo, so he thought, all right, I'm just going to give it a go at light heavyweight. Let's see how I get on there. Benavidez will happily move back down. He will happily move back down and fight Canelo in September, as Benavidez put on his Insta story yesterday. Him and Canelo were kind of exchanging words a bit, and Benavidez was saying, bring it on to Canelo. He'd happily entertain the fight at super middleweight, 100%, and Benavidez will beat Canelo. 100% he will. So, yeah, and the Canelo fans can stop all the glazing and all that. It's doing my absolute head in. But yeah, whatever. Let's see what happens. He must fight Benavidez next. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, King. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace.